Hey there, Cancer. I hope you guys are doing wonderfully. Thank you so much for your patience in regard to me being away from the channel for so long. I was super sick and dealing with a lot of life stuff, but yeah, I'm back. I hope this is helpful for you. I'm going to go ahead and do a general reading, then we're going to do a couples and a singles read. So give me general energies for the sign of Cancer for July 2020. General energies for the sign of Cancer, July 2020, please. General energy. It's on the floor. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Hang on. Too many cards. Cancerian energy, July 2020. So, in regard to things here, Cancer, I'm just going to do a couple cards here for the general. It may be a situation where you're having difficulties being on board with somebody or getting tasks done with somebody. It may feel like there's a general lack of support in situations that you want to do. Sometimes it could be in job situations. We have the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles popping out here. It seems like there's a lot of mental frustration that's been applied to the situation, but I feel like you have new opportunities coming forward for you, Cancer. And this is telling me that it's just kind of time to like wait to get through the hump, the thick of it. With the Nine of Swords in reverse, we're releasing a lot of the overstimulation of the mind when it comes to whatever it is that you are either feeling unfairly treated in or not getting what you want. There is an opportunity coming up in the future, which I feel is going to be very beneficial for you as far as stability goes, creation. This can also talk about new jobs. It can talk about new property, new home. It can talk about creating your own business. You know, some of you just may need to get away from a job situation that has been really negative for you. And so it might have been weighing on your head a lot. And I know that a lot of people at this time they're trying to get involved with more things that are going to be like entrepreneurial pursuits, okay? So side gigs, different ways, alternative ways to create money for yourself. So if something isn't working and you're kind of at the end of it where you're just exhausted by it, if you're at work and you're just like, oh my God, I can't deal with this anymore, I have to leave, you know, I don't think you're necessarily shooting yourself in the foot if you choose to leave a situation just because it feels like you are supported in regard to moving forward here. What's under the Ace of Pentacles? Seven of Swords. So you would probably be leaving a situation where there's a lot of negativity. Also, I will say too, a lot of people don't see the Seven of Swords this way, but it has a lot of malefic energies to it, but one of the positives of the Seven of Swords is it talks about having a fairly prosperous experience working on your own. It can talk about being more content and being more effective when you work on your own. So it could be that you're dealing with negativity either in the home or where things are not meshing, gelling, you're not on the same page with people anymore. It could be work situations where you're dealing with negativity from there. It could be people stealing your ideas, not working with you, working against you. But it feels here with this Ace of Pentacles, you have something new coming in for you, Cancer, that is going to be financially better maybe than, or maybe it's not better, but it's a new start. You can make it better. You can create more. You can feed it so it can build more for you. I'm going to go ahead and pull a clarifier here. Give me a connecting point for the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands in reverse. So Queen of Wands energy coming up. And the King of Swords energy at the bottom of the deck. Some of you may be dealing with an air sign and a fire sign. Either way, the Queen of Wands is somebody who takes direction in her life. She's she's very independent and very ambitious person. If somebody or a group of people are not seeing eye to eye with you in regard to goals, this person here, the Queen of Wands, if you're embodying this energy, she takes things up for herself. She's incredibly goal-oriented and she will follow her passions. If you have new inspiration in regard to things coming in your life, changes that you might be introducing into your financial aspect, working on side gigs, potentials of that nature. I would say with the King of Swords, let go of the old, look at it through a lens of logic, look at it through a lens of less emotionally bogged down with like, oh, I'm not being treated well. Oh, they're hurting me. They're taking my work. They're plagiarizing, or whomever it is that's working against you or not working with you. Try not to get caught up in the betrayal aspect of it. Try not to get caught up in the anger or frustration. See it through to where you need it to be and then move on with your own energy. This is about being very logical and practical in the way that you go about things. The King of Swords is a beautiful energy as well, just because it really highlights a lot of responsibility and ambition that you may be tapping into in regard to taking things on your own, Cancer. But it's a very professional energy, it's about being prepared, educating yourself where you need to educate yourself in regard to whatever it is that you are dealing with, and being on top of your game. I love that, So I think that on the whole, for a general message, is probably good. It feels like you're supported and moving forward in whatever you want. And I think you'd be a lot happier as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the reading for couples. Can you show me energy for Cancer couples here for the month of July 2020? So you have the Emperor coming out. More for the Emperor, or give me more for Cancer. Queen of Swords. Four of Swords coming out in reverse. Five of Swords, it kind of came out sideways. I'm going to leave it in reverse. Seven of Cups in reverse. Eight of Swords under that. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Cups. So in regard to, if something resonates with the other reading, the general, I will tap into that. I'm not going to try and string all of these together to make them all fit, but if some aspect of them does fit, then so be it. With the Emperor here, in regard to the last reading, I will cap on this right now, and then I'll try to get more focused into couples energy. But with the Emperor in for the previous energy, this is a position of power. It's a position of ascending to the ranks, ascending in your ranks. It's about authority, creativity, but you also create creativity, or you create order out of chaos. That's what I'm trying to say with this energy. So if you've dealt with a chaotic situation where things weren't coming together for you, Cancer, this is indicating that you're kind of stepping into your own power. And again, that Queen of Swords, you had the King of Swords last time, you have the Queen now. There's an element of clarity here where you're not going to let yourself fall apart. You're not going to, get on hard on your luck. You're not going to, sulk or whatever. You can for a little bit, but it's really talking about having clarity in the direction that you want to go in. And with the Emperor staring down the Knight of Cups, sure, this could be a love thing. I'm tapping into the other reading, and then I will get into couples. This energy of the Emperor with the Knight of Cups, I feel that there's an element here of creativity that needs to be potentially introduced into your situation. Should you be creating something on your own? Should you be working on your own? There's an aspect there that needs to be infused with creativity. The Knight of Cups energy is, it's a beautiful energy. It's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it's optimism, okay? It's optimism, and I want you with the Queen of Swords to not see things through rose-colored glasses. You have to understand the logistics of things if you're moving into something that's going to be brand new for you, Cancer. So I think it's important to be realistic, but also to infuse happiness, to infuse creativity, and to communicate your emotions and feelings with your partner should you be coupled. And I would assume you're coupled. You're on the couples reading. So to get more into the couples reading now, that was a little message from the previous. Now let's get into this. With the couple's energy, you may be dealing with a husband-wife situation. There needs to be some communication. A male energy may be apologizing for being harsh or cold. There may be energy here where somebody, the Five of Swords in reverse, I prefer it in reverse just because it definitely talks about getting to the bottom of things. It can talk about unresolved conflicts between partners or fighting about nothing. You know, it's kind of that energy, not able to defend yourself in a situation, or existing problems in a relationship dragging on. It's things that need to be figured out and communicated. The Emperor is kind of a heavier energy. He's my way or the highway, in upright or in reverse. And that's not necessarily bad, but it can make communication difficult when you're trying to get your point across or share emotion. This is the emotion we're talking about between the two partners. It's a necessity to communicate. It's the necessity to be open and clear about your feelings and your emotions and your desires and your hopes and your love. You know, the Emperor has a difficulty communicating sometimes about their emotions. They're not super lovey-dovey. They're very direct and clear about what they want to do in life, and they go after it. It may be the female of this relationship is needing more warmth, more tenderness, more connectedness with your partner. The Seven of Cups in reverse is an interesting card too, just because it does talk a lot about releasing confusion when it comes to your emotion. Some of you may be in a situation where you really need to have a sit-down conversation that is with the goal for long-lasting effect in the way that you communicate. This isn't bad. It's just an increase in communication, or the desire to increase communication, warmth, connectedness, genuine. I don't know. I'm feeling something very cold here. It's like somebody's needs aren't being met. So with the Knight of Cups, maybe go out on a date. Maybe try to infuse some happiness in your relationship. Maybe try to, you know, communicate more with each other about love. Try some different things. Paint each other's bodies. These are things that are coming to my mind, but it's legit. Like, make a body painting, you know, paint your butt, paint your back, paint your legs, whatever. Lay down on a canvas, lay down on a piece of paper. I've seen this online. It's kind of cute and sexy for couples. So a lot of things, you know, whatever it is, kind of reintroduce some oomph and fire into the relationship, just because it feels like it's kind of being bogged down. There's too much mental energy and not enough emotion. So with the Four of Swords in reverse, the Four of Swords in reverse, you know, it's interesting because it talks a lot about when we are not rested, or when we're not getting enough rest, or, you know, R&R. That can also indicate an energy here with this energy where it's like you're not getting enough from your partner. So try to take some time for yourself, take some time for your relationship, see what you can do to get on the same page with each other. With the Eight of Swords here, it's probably best if you allow things to flow as they go, versus try to make something that you want it to be. Forcing idealism in the situation isn't going to be helpful, I feel, Cancer couples. Forcing your idealism on a situation isn't great. What it's going to do is it doesn't allow for growth. You know, it doesn't allow for growth. So both parties should probably communicate with each other about what makes them feel, first of all, what they want more of in a relationship, and also communication styles. And when a partner may get cold, or, you know, how do I deal with you when you're cold, or when you're working too much, or I don't want to bother you because I feel like I'm getting in the way of your progress. That is, you know, there are times to, you know, come in and do whatever with your partner, but sometimes they need their privacy, they need their work time. Understand that, but also try to find, you know, like alternatives to how to communicate with each other, alternatives to how to take time for yourselves. Okay. So let's get some clarifiers for this. You need the Emperor here for the couples. Yeah. See? Okay, good. So you have the Magician, and you have the Five of Cups in reverse with the Sun at the bottom of the deck. So with this energy, it feels like the partner is more apt to work with you. They want to move things forward as well. With the Five of Cups in reverse, it seems like there's been an energy of frustration within the relationship, a sense of lack, a sense of things just kind of being turned on their head in regard to emotions, you know, somebody feeling like they are not getting what they need, okay? The Five of Cups in reverse can denote that type of energy. Pardon me. You know, it really can talk a lot about releasing the entrapments of pain that we're feeling when it comes to our partner, our relationship. We're feeling like you're left out. This kind of feels like a left out energy. The Five of Cups also tells me, though, that things are getting better. Things are starting to light up. Things, communication and redirecting things can be very, very positive, especially with the Sun card here. There's a lot of movement, but it takes both parties. But it feels here that both parties are going to be getting what they need. Somebody's going to be feeling better about it, and the other person's going to be willing to move along with it. Show me the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Cups. So you have the Knight of Pentacles here coming out with the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So again, we have a connection between partners. Now we have two people communicating on the same page. We have clarity, you know, and I think that this is kind of a crucial situation for that, just for both parties to be present here, you know, because it felt with the masculine energy, just with the Emperor and the Queen of Swords, that it's like the masculine, the egoic energy of the masculine may have been taking over a bit too much, okay? So now we have a better balance. With the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, you have clarity, communication, being on the same page, and it makes for a really good relationship, you know. It's helpful. With the Knight of Pentacles here, you have a situation of moving forward with stability, moving forward with the intent to create something for the long term. It also does talk about financial aspects as well. So new beginnings. I feel in the general reading there was some sort of, what's that called? The Ace of Pentacles was there too. So new beginnings, new challenges, new change, but also things that you can sink your teeth into, things that are going to last, you know, and it's time to get out of the emotional realm of it. This also could be too many ideas in regard to projects moving forward, and so you have to kind of stabilize things. This might be a situation where somebody goes to the Emperor and says, hey, listen, you're kind of a smarty pants about this kind of stuff, so how do we balance these things out? Can you tell me? Can you teach me? Can you walk me through the process? That kind of energy as well. But the Knight of Pentacles really indicates a slow-moving energy with intention, okay? And both parties being presented here, it's both parties with creating intention. I'm not going to pick that up. I didn't call out for it yet. I just dropped it. Show me the Four of Swords in reverse with the Eight of Swords upright for Cancer couples. So you have the Page of Pentacles here with the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I like that so many Cups cards are coming out here for the bottom of the decks. It basically tells me that there is a resurgence in connection, warmth, unity. With the Three of Cups, it's about, it can be about celebration, but it's also feeling like you're on the same page with people that you love and that love you. There's an interconnectedness that feels whole. It feels like, okay, this is the energy that I really want to be in with my partner. This is the direction that we go in. I like this and I like this. It's being freer to open up. And this person, the Emperor energy, it may be something where they need to be more comfortable opening up. There's some aspect here where they may not be comfortable opening up. You do have that King of Swords coming up where it's a lot of mental energy, you know. Even the Queen of Swords, she's more emotional, but she's also an air sign. They're very mental. They're very thought oriented, you know. They tend to be a little less emotional. And so here with all of this water, it really tells me that we're introducing emotion into the situation and restructuring things with our emotions together, which I love. The Page of Pentacles for the Four of Swords in reverse and the Eight of Swords. It's an interesting situation just because you have new growth, new direction. The Page of Pentacles is It's basically reinventing yourself. It's reinventing your jobs, your business, reinventing aspects of your relationship. Again, it's going to take a while, but it moves forward. It's positive. It's a flowing direction that happens with the two of you when you're on board. Also, it's a good time maybe to, well, I don't want to say this trying to be rude, that's not my intention, but if you and your partner choose to go on a diet or start to work out more together, working out together can create a lot of harmony. And also in relationships, when you're hot, and you just tend to have a little bit more sex and you feel better about your body and you feel better about being naked in front of people or your partner. And there's a lot more that can happen in regard to that. So let's get a advice card here for you, Cancer couples. Oh, shit, I'm dropping everything. Hang on. So you have the woman here. Now, the woman, not a bad card, kind of a moot card, actually. It just kind of says there's a woman involved in the situation. What I'm feeling here, Cancer, and I will be straight up honest with you, I don't think this is a third-party situation. I feel that this is more of a situation where the female aspect of this connection is having the hardest time here, having a difficulty with emotions, having a difficulty with seeing things, being able to look at a situation and really say, okay, well, now I can see this through. Now I can see where we can be cohesive and work together, I'll pull another one for the queen. Or, I'm sorry, show me the woman. You have Justice here. So, and then the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So this is basically, what I'm feeling here is the female aspect is getting confirmation here that there is going to be fairness, equality, sharing, opening up, communication. Things are going to be moving in a direction that's going to be very positive for you. Could be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You could also be dealing with an Aries. With the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, it denotes an energy where we're going to work for what we want. We're going to work for the betterment of our family. You have the Page of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Pentacles. These are all about long-standing projects, long-standing relationship goals, things that you will bring to fruition, both of you. So I hope that that was helpful. I'm going to go ahead and get into the singles energy, and we will keep on rocking and rolling, okay? So let's do that. All right, not picking those up, too many. Show me Cancer singles. Show me singles energy for Cancer. Sun sign of Cancer, okay. Well, okay, yeah, I will, okay. So you have the Queen of Wands coming out in reverse, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and the Six of Wands in reverse. You have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Nine of Swords upright. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Cups. It felt like a love thing, but I also feel it's a love thing that's more confusing than anything. There may have been multiple people. You could be dealing with a fire sign, but the Queen of Wands in reverse is not the easiest energy to deal with, Cancer singles. It's somebody who's very bossy, who's very bitchy, who they kind of can be two-faced in a certain way. If this doesn't feel like a coming together situation. It feels like a situation of release and retreat here. With the Ten of Wands in reverse, you have a situation where it's like you've done things with a certain person for long enough. You've seen their traits. You've seen the way that they operate. You've seen a lot of things about them that only come from being in an intimate fashion with somebody, with the Two of Cups. And that 10 of Wands is basically telling me that whatever BS that you may have been dealing with this person, that aspect is over. It could have been a very overbearing person, very difficult to deal with, expecting you to do everything and not lifting a finger type of energy, kind of being a spoiled brat, kind of being a drama queen energy as well, but even more than a drama queen, like a raging bitch. So it's that, and that type of energy I feel may have cause this to go away, or you just don't want anything to do with that anymore. With the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the energy is talking a bit more about like, it could be juggling things, juggling people. It could be an energy of being out of balance within a situation. It's been on your mind for a really long time and it's just kind of cycled. It's not a healthy energy to deal with, and I feel that sometimes that can get a little bit overwhelming, especially when you initially felt a very deep connection with somebody. The Two of Cups is about that lovey-dovey, sweet partner energy between two people. I'm so sorry. It can also indicate lovers and family and friends. So this may also be a situation where it's not necessarily a lover, but it could be a family member or a friend that you're just like, oh my God, you are so fucking toxic. I can't deal. And you leave. You cut them out of your life because it causes too much mental strain and energy to be like expended on a person like that. There's no point in that energy. With the Six of Wands in reverse, it's talking about a loss in a situation. It can talk about feeling like you're either outnumbered or unpopular, not getting what you need out of a situation. There's a deterioration of a situation, and also a lack of quality within the connection. With the Six of Wands in reverse, you might have been getting the wrong attention or just getting the wrong energy from a person. This person may have been stuck up, a lot of energy of that coming through. Just a really unhappy, unharmonious connection here. I'm not seeing like love coming through right now. I'm seeing a situation, Cancer singles, where you're either releasing somebody because the situation was pretty messed up, or just emotionally draining with someone just because they are like overinflated in themselves. With the Four of Pentacles in reverse, it may have been a situation that you've held on to far enough and you're releasing it. This is talking about no longer holding on to it because it's not bringing you what you need. There's no success here. There's no connection here. It's a burden overall. The frustrating part is the Two of Cups is here. So it tells you that there's a connection that may have been very strong at one point, but something here is really deteriorated. But I do want to say, with that Two of Cups being here, there is also the potential to, you don't have to hate you can hate somebody or whatever you want to, however you want to deal with something, but you don't have to like be a jerk about it. You can tell somebody what's going on, why you're not interested in maintaining connection or friendship or a relationship with that person any longer. And you can do it with compassion, So I'm going to go ahead and get some cards here for this so we can clarify. Please show me the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Wands here, both in reverse. Ace of Wands. So new directions, there's too much conflict in this situation. Sorry, I'm dropping cards. I'm gonna show you these cards too, though. There's a bunch of them. So you have the Four of Cups and you have the Eight of Cups here. You also have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Devil and you have the Seven of Cups. So the emotional and mental confusion is enough. It's done. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse tells me that basically the connection here is not strong enough to continue forward. It can also talk about releasing somebody from a long-standing relationship. You're no longer in that with them. This could be a married partner. It could be a brother, a sister, an aunt, an uncle, cousin, longtime family friend. It's that type of energy. It could also be a friend of the family that you may have fallen in love with. There's aspects of that too here. With the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. But either way, there's a very toxic connection with the Devil. And I like that the Four of Cups is here with the Eight of Cups, it really tells me that you're tired of dealing with these types of situations and you would rather find a different direction and go on your own. I love that. Too much conflict here. Show me the Two of Pentacles with the Nine of Swords. So you have the Queen of Swords coming out in reverse here, okay? So she was upright in the last reading for couples. Some of you may have watched that reading, some of you not. Either way, the energy seems to be going through this entire read. So with the Queen of Swords, we have something where it's like there's too much battle energy. There's too much confusion. There's belittling. There's a lot of issues with this situation. With the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords in reverse, this is constant battles, you know, constant battles, a lot of ego, too much competition, too much exacerbated energy. It's clouded your mind, and I think it's important that you do move away from this situation with this Eight of Cups and the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups tells me that you are no longer interested in a connection. It's like a rejecting connection energy. Yeah, a lot of dissatisfaction in someone, Cancer. Okay. So for the Six of Wands in reverse with the Four of, and look who's at the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Wands. Fuck yeah, dude. This is all about releasing things that are getting in your way, you know, getting in your way completely. If we're going to tap on that original general read, you know, it may be a situation regarding work or finances or not being able to connect with people properly, or there's some sort of like you're being overthrown when it comes to job situations. People may be plagiarizing your work or taking credit or whatever. That energy is over. Also with this situation here, Cancer singles, it gives you a better opportunity to move forward. When you release this type of thing, this type of connection with the Chariot here, it says that you move into success. You move into a better frame of mind. You move into balance within yourself. There's much more for you to give and experience and receive with others. You know, it's all about taking care of yourself, and this is a step to do it. The Chariot is your card, Cancer, and it's one of the most positive cards in the deck. It's absolutely beautiful, and it really talks about a transformation moving forward, and you get positive things. You know, also as far as like if you are singles, I mean, I assume you are, this can also talk about freeing up this energy and moving forward. Sometimes with the Chariot card, you may find out that you fall in love with somebody online or fall in love with somebody from a further distance. You know, there may be that energy. I don't want you to put all your eggs in that basket, but like there may be some aspect of moving forward with a lighter energy and a lighter heart that can be very helpful in regard to being attractive to new people. So I'm going to go ahead and let this reading go. I hope that all of this was helpful for you guys. If it was, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you choose to donate, there's a link in the description box below. And I will talk to you later. Thank you so much, Cancer. Take care. Bye-bye.